Hey kings and queens, how's everybody doing on this beautiful Tuesday? I pray that you guys are doing well, and I pray that this message finds you all in perfect health, peace, with joy, happiness, and most of all, I pray that you guys are loving beyond the meaning of love. I'm serious, loving beyond the meaning of love. I am so excited that God has blessed me to sit before you guys to deliver another marriage message to you guys. Today is a beautiful day. It's raining outside, but it is beautiful. It is such a beautiful gift from God. The present of today is a gift from God. So I thank Him. So let's move on to our message. Our message today is, what does love got to do with it? Yep. What does love got to do with it, kings and queens? If you look back, Tina Turner, one of her greatest hits was titled, What Does Love Got to Do with It? Well, I'm here to tell you, love has a lot to do with it. Love has a lot to do with it. God gave us a demonstration on how imperative love is. He loved us so much, y'all, that He gave His only begotten Son. Love does have a lot to do with it. So, with that said in mind, I want you and your spouse to look within your marriage. And within your marriage, if you have 10%, 5%, 2%, whatever percentage that you have of faith and hope for bettering your marriage, hold on to it and fight for your marriage. Why not? Besides, love is what brought you guys together in the first place, right? Love is what brought you to the altar to say, I do, right? So if you loved your spouse that much back then, you can love your spouse this much in the present. You know, faith and love and communication is the foundation of a relationship. It really is. And a lot of times, you know, when things go wrong in a marriage, and we as individuals, we grow. Things in life change. We may not be the same bride or groom that we was when we got married, because we change. If we don't change, that means that we're not growing. So things in life change. But the thing that we don't want to change is our connections with our spouse. So love has a lot to do with it. Sometimes within your marriage, you have to reiterate what love means to you guys, what love has brought you guys, because I'm sure in your marriage that you and your spouse has accomplished a lot of things, have grown to different levels because of the love that you have for each other. You may have disagreements, but that doesn't mean that you don't love your spouse. And don't forget, love has a lot to do with it. If we spend less time focusing on dumb stuff and toxic patterns. What I mean about toxic patterns is that we get so tied up in what other people are doing in their marriages and how others may have handled their situations, or we want to take the world's easy way out. Oh, I want a divorce. Divorce is not the option and the answer for everything. Stop thinking so stinky and stop following these toxic patterns. Develop a new pattern within your marriage. You know, love is essential. Love is something we gotta stop leaving love out of the situation. Love can take you places. Love can rekindle. Love can repair your marriage. It truly can. So look within your marriage. And realize, kings and queens, I don't care what the issue is. I don't care what your problem is. Love. If there's love there, if it's 10%, like I said, 10% is a small percentage of anything. A small core of love can take you places in your marriage. If you have just that small, like I've said in one of my other messages, is if you have the faith of a mustard seed, 10% of hope for your marriage. We fight for everything else in this world. Anything that we want, we'll fight for. Anything. If you want something bad enough in that department, shoe department or tool department or whatever, if you want it bad enough, guess what? You're going to do any and everything you can to get what you want materialistically, right? So why not use the same drive and energy that we have for those things of wants for our marriages, and get out of that toxic pattern of everything is supposed to be this way and not that way. You know, realize that you do have love. And the reason that God has blessed us with love is for his purpose and his glory. You know, we got to get the whole, we got to reiterate what love is. So I can go on and on about what I feel love is, or my suggestions to you guys. But today's message, what does love got to do with it? Remind yourself, remind your spouse, put a tacky note on your laptop or your computer, whatever. And remember, love has a lot to do with it. Love is what got you to the place that you are now. And it's not all negative. There is some type of positivity within that place of love. There is. So, with all that said, I'm not going to hold you guys long. I like these exercises because I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I do these exercises with me. The exercise today, your vows. You have traditional vows. Or maybe some of you have vows that you may have already created on your own. But besides those traditional vows, I want you guys to take a few minutes and jot down 3 to 5 additional vows to add to your traditional vows. And I want you guys to read them to each other. Reiterate what love is to you guys. You know, love does matter. Love has a lot to do with it. And once you guys read those vows to each other, apply it to your marriage. Apply it to your marriage. And like I said, if most marriages stop focusing on the small, unnecessary, negative stuff and focus on the positive stuff, we will have better marriages. Because a lot of times that stuff that we say is so big, is so much, is absolutely nothing. We're focusing so much on the negativity, we can't even see the positiveness of our marriage. We can't even see the positive in our spouse because all we see is what they don't do, what they're not, only the negative. You got to remember, you think positive, you're going to feel positive, and that's what you're going to produce. That produces your faith. Faith changes things, just like prayer. So, today's message is, what does love got to do with it? The next time that you hear that phrase, girl, what does love got to do with it? Remember, love has a lot to do with it. Until next time, you guys encourage each other. You guys love each other beyond the meaning of love. Exercise, reiterate what your love is towards each other. And remember, I mean it, remember, love does matter. Love brought you two together. You're where you are because of love. And just because you're going through a storm doesn't mean it's the end of your story. It doesn't mean it's the end of your story. You're just changing a page. You're going to a new chapter. You're growing together. You're mending and blending together. You're twining together. Until next time, be a blessing to each other. Bye-bye.